Former President Donald Ramotar should have thought about the probable consequences after he pardoned the 1994 child killer Ravindra Dio. The child's US-based parents spoke with Nightly News on Monday and were obviously aggrieved by the former president's move. In the same light, prominent criminal attorney at law James Bond is of the view that Ramotar's decision to pardon is unpardonable.
A pardon of a convicted child murderer is an unconscionable one. I think the decision shows the People's Progressive Party civic opposition leader, and it's a reflection of the entire party, I think, is that the moral equilibrium of the party is lost. There is no balance in terms of morality. There's no balance in terms of conscience. There's no balance in terms of public policy. It's a breach of the trust of the citizens and the state, where a person who is convicted of such a crime is allowed a free pass.
Dio walked out of the Cam Street prison on Saturday a free man, exactly 3 hours before the swearing-in of President David Granger. Dio, while he was 19 years old, kidnapped and killed 80-year-old Vishnu Bim as he was returning from school.
And one must question the motives of the former president and his party. I do not see any good coming out of it. I think the parents of young Vishnu Bim, they're distraught, and rightly so, because this sends a very, very, very bad message to the entire populace that if you commit a crime of such a nature, sooner or later, if you're supportive of the government, or your party supportive of the government, or your family supportive of the party that is in government, that the victims stand a chance of being I want to say, hurt emotionally for a second time. Because it's two losses they're going to be dealing with. The loss of their child, the loss of justice. And I think this is a spat. This is in the face of the judiciary. This is a spat in the face of the parents. This is a spat in the face of public policy and all decent-minded citizens.
In December 1995, Justice Claudette Singh found him guilty and sentenced him to death, but an injunction filed by his attorney resulted in his sentence being commuted to life imprisonment. Ravindra Dio was pardoned by former president. Can the current president reverse, in any way possible, that decision by the former president?
No, he cannot. No, he cannot. The presidential pardon is absolute. The former president exercises an absolute discretion, and it cannot be reversed. That's one of the very, very, very terrible things about it. It's a wrong that cannot be righted now. So we'll have to. Donald Ramotar would have to live with his conscience, and the People's Progressive Party will have to live with their consciences, and I think the electorate must now see that they can in no way trust the judgment of the opposition leader and the opposition party to decide upon matters in which public policy and the public good must take priority over partisan preferences or political preferences in this instance.
The family plans to return home soon to see how the matter can be addressed, as they, like Bond, feel that justice hasn't been ultimately served.
For one, the president has something called a presidential pardon, in which he could, of his own volition or motion, pardon someone who's been convicted of any offense, even treason. So high crimes committed against the state, or crimes that were seriously committed against the populace, the president has that overriding jurisdiction to pardon those individuals. However, a presidential pardon, like all acts, must not be done capriciously, must not be done without good conscience.
Several calls to the former head of state's mobile for a comment on the issue went unanswered.